Hey guys, Fusebox here. So it's time to get to the Frost Spider in the Doom Tower so we can kind of knock these bosses out. I'm going to try to I got so many videos I need to get out and I need to get them out right now. So I'm going to be working overtime today. Busy here and outside of YouTube. But here's what we're going to do. Let's get right into the Doom Tower. Let's jump up to the highest Frost Spider we've reached so far. Okay. The Frost Spider, there are plenty of mechanics going on, but you can keep it really simple. It's not that tough of a fight. You can feel free to kill the ads. You can definitely control the ads with stuns and things like that. When it comes to the actual Frost Spider, the key to killing it is you have two paths to victory here. Putting down an HP burn. There are plenty of heroes that are good at this. One of the best is free to get. It does take time. If you don't have him, don't panic. You can get him one day. But Drexthar is absolutely amazing at landing that HP burn. Achak the Windaring can do this also. Be careful if you put on Achak on the skills. He can let's see. He puts down an HP burn if the defense is equal to or higher than attack. If you break their defense, to be safe, I would break the Spider's attack as well with somebody like Stagnite, because it will switch what you do. Yeah, it can turn it into a freeze, which does nothing to the Spider. That being said, Achak is amazing at landing it. Drexthar is amazing at landing it, and surprisingly, Bulwark? Let's see, where is Bulwark? He's good at it. And not only him, but another rare is Coffin Smasher. Coffin Smasher is also good at this. Anybody, Ignatius, if they can land, and the higher the chance, the better off you are. Get your accuracy up high on this whatever character you're bringing, and there's nothing wrong with bringing multiple. You see here, I have Achak and I have Drexthar. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut to the boss, and we're gonna get straight to the waves are nothing. Let's get straight to the good stuff. Okay, so we're at the Spider. If you bring one, especially multiple people who can do HP burn, Drexthar is more than enough. Believe me, it's hard to beat him. In the end, you bring yourself somebody who can support you, control, just a good, strong team. This is kind of where you can choose the team you want. Here, I've got Syl the Drakes. She's here to heal, and Achak brings that strength and buff. Absolutely amazing defense aura. There are so many. You can just build a strong team, but you have to have somebody with HP burn. Now Drexthar is so consistent at this that you can auto this. I don't even have to question it. It's going to land. But what you want to do when you get down, let's say about 20% health, if you're not landing it consistently, keeping this up, and again, if you want to, you can target these spiderlings. Sometimes they'll shift around on who's getting debuffed and shift buffs around. But if you're not landing this really consistently, when you get down towards the end, go ahead and put it on manual. You don't want to get stuck in a cycle where it takes you 16 minutes to kill this spider. So if you're struggling, you don't have the accuracy quite as high as you need, maybe throw an accuracy aura in front of your team to make sure that you're landing it. Once you land that HP burn, it also reduces the resistance of the spider, so your other debuffs will go up much quicker. If you want to bring people that bring down attack, again, if you're using Achak, be careful not to bring the defense down lower than the attack. You want to make sure the HP burn is what he's going to land. And you're going to want, the further you go, the more accuracy you're going to need. You might as well be planning, if you're going to start getting through the entire Doom Tower and into hard mode, through normal and into hard. I've got over 330 accuracy on my Drexthar just to make sure I don't fail. But when you get a little bit lower than here, you see these little, you can use these lines here as a gauge. So right about here, you can put it on on manual. And then start making sure that you're taking A1s until you don't use your big moves until you know you've landed your HP burn. But see, it's so consistent here, I don't even have to worry about it. I just auto through. It doesn't take that long, 3 minutes. But go ahead and manual this thing. You don't want to be stuck here for 16 minutes. If it takes an extra minute to manual, it's not about time, guys. I mean, you can have fun trying to beat your time. That's always a fun thing to do. But you don't have to worry about that until you have a fully auto team and you're just OP, ready to go. You want to win, right? You want to win and beat that spider. So as far as the first absolute clear path to victory, bring a strong team, somebody that's good at support, and make sure that you're landing HP burn. And I promise you, don't neglect your accuracy. I would suggest going further than you normally do. I would go ahead and I would shoot for around 300. I really would. You can do this by choosing somebody like Coffin Smasher, who maybe you don't use anymore. Maybe you built him early for Clan Boss. Same with Bulwark, but you don't use him anymore. Well, change his build up. Give him a ton of accuracy. You can still make him strong, and you can come in here and land that thing consistently with no problem. There are plenty of HP burns in this game, but if you do not have an HP burn, we have an answer for that too, and even a free-to-play one. So I'll be right back with a different team. Okay, so what do you do if you're just trying to beat the first or second Frost Spider in normal? You know, you're early game, you're progressing. How do you get through it if you're just having trouble getting enough accuracy to consistently land an HP burn, or you just don't have an HP burn character built out yet? There's still hope. You may still have to build a specific hero though, but at least one of them is free to play. So people like Blood Gorged, and we'll show you some. Not everybody has to be a legendary here. They have moves that block revive. Attacks one enemy, ignores defense. Enemies killed by this cannot be revived. Awesome, right? That works on the spider. There is a quick caveat. You do not want to miss this. If you have Rotos does not do this. If you have to read the wording, it does not work on bosses. So that's a big letdown. If you go in, you're like, wait a minute, Rotos got the killing blow. Why did it come back? It doesn't work on bosses, but aside from him, there may be another that I don't know of, but I know his does not work on bosses. But, you know, if you're looking for a hero that has block revive, look no further than our friend Armiger. Again, I've been telling you he's important. For an uncommon, this is the only uncommon that's actually important and worth building. Like, there are good uncommons. If you've got great gear, you can make most of them really good. This is the one and only that I suggest everybody builds one of at least. Enemies killed by this cannot be revived. This is a max HP hit. So on the bosses in the Doom Tower, you are now nerfed. You can only take 10% of the damage with max HP damage. But that gives you a pretty good inkling of when you want to use this move. He will take 10% of that damage. So when you get down to a 10th, it's time for Armiger to take the hit. Now you may have to time that. Even if you have multiple Armigers or heroes. So we're going to go in and we're going to try this out wherever we can. This is an earlier version. So we're going to take no HP burn. Let's bring Armiger. Let me get these guys in order. Where you at? Armiger right here, and we'll just take an attack aura. What is that aura? Yeah, that's all we got anyway. So we're going to come in here. We'll probably I'm going to come back on the boss to save time, and we'll go through it. Okay, we're at the boss. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to let this run through until we get to about that 25% mark. Some of these guys hit pretty hard. So I want to stop it a little bit early. If you're struggling to beat this, I'm telling you, it's worth the time to slow down. No one's got a stopwatch watching you beat this guy, right? And if you can go for the record later, but you want to beat this guy first, and then you can come back and see if RNG just does it for you. But the last hit has to be one of your heroes that has block revive. So we're just gonna let this play through. Again, I brought one support. If you've got a strong support, one is good enough. You could bring Apothecary. You can bring a couple if you want, a shielder. Just somebody to kind of help keep people healthy, healed up. Seal is so good for this. She can revive if anybody does die. It just takes the worry off of you. But basically, you're going to let this just go. And when you get down somewhere around 25%, you're going to want to put this on manual and make sure that you're saving your moves to finish this boss with the block revive. Because if one of those two moves doesn't kill it, and I'm even at risk by bringing a lot of heavy hitters, that puts me at risk of somebody taking a really strong hit and messing up the chance to bring either Armiger or Blood Gorged as my final hit. But you could also combine Armiger with an HP burn, so we're going to take this off auto before it gets too crazy. And basically, we're going to save this move because it does block revive. We're going to save it. We're going to start just going at the spider with basically probably a lot of A1s, to be honest. We don't want to take too many crazy hits. We're just going to kind of start working through this spider until we see that mark that we think we can hit. Let's see. So we can go ahead and take one good hit here. You just want to like Septimus hits hard. All right, so it's not too bad. Go ahead and try to clear these little spiderlings. Oh, that's the wrong move. Can't clear them out yet. So no HP burn. All right, this move will do it. I don't think we're gonna try it yet. Let's take a A1. A1. Now we're at that 10%. We're at that area. It's about a 10% spot. So we're going to go ahead and clear those spiderlings. This might work. We sure hope so, right? That looks like about 10% to me. There you go. Block revive, dead. So, and that was Armiger. It wasn't my big legendary that did that. That was Armiger. You're just going to have to slow down and manually. It was only a 3-minute run. And now that you've beat it, you can run it endlessly if you just want to try to beat your time and have fun, work on your team a little bit. So you do have to have one of these two things. I mean, if you've got Lydia, well, if you got Lydia, you're probably not watching this video, right? She automatically doesn't let the revive happen. You can't beat that. But anybody that can block revive except for Rotos, it is in the wording that it does not work on bosses. I just want you to know that because he would be one of the first people I would go to if I had one. Armiger can do this job for you. The Frost Spider is actually very easy. The only catch is you got to go through it multiple times. Keeping in mind other things about the Frost Spider, though. It does have that chance to freeze you. If you're building, not many people early on are building a resist team. So to kind of deal with that, if you built Dark Elhain, she's actually really good at getting those extra moves to help you kill the spider when anybody takes a freeze. If you were lucky enough to make Pixneal during the Christmas fusion event, actually a cool place for her. If somebody takes a freeze, she takes it off of them, making sure that Armiger's ready and never frozen in case you need to take that final blow. But that's your two ways. HP burn, and I promise you, if you're going to push anywhere past the first Frost Spider, push that accuracy up on anybody with HP burn. And again, some of the off the top of my head HP burn characters that are even just rares that a lot of people have, and a lot of people have at least started building up, would be Bulwark and Coffin Smasher, because they're both pretty cool for a clan boss early on as well. I'm sure there are many others, but whoever you have for an HP burn can get that job done. Just pump them up with accuracy. And when you get towards the end, if it's not consistent, like Drexthar is ridiculous, right? He's always going to get that thing out. The cooldown doesn't matter. There's 100 ways for him to do it. His A1 does it. He's probably the best for it, to be honest. And you can get him. Just keep hammering at that bazaar. You get him for free. It takes 100 days of buying him fragment-wise. But he's worth it. He's worth it. I got a whole video on him. He's just an amazing hero. I kind of fell in love with him after I made him. But if you don't have HP burns, if you just do not have them, or if you want to add consistency to your team, build Armiger up. If you haven't, every time he comes up, I tell you how important he is. Well, this is about the 5th video that I've at least said this guy is somebody that you want on your roster, so you might want to start building that Armiger. And that's it. The Frost Spider is really not that difficult. If you're struggling with the waves and just the spiderlings, then you're probably at the point where you can't push further anyway. But really, you can bring control on the spiderlings, and and feel free to kill those spiderlings if you want to just go after them. Like I say, time doesn't matter. Go ahead and kill those spiderlings off. They'll be out of your hair. Focus on the spider. That way you can slow everything down right at the end and just manual through it if you're having trouble landing your HP burn on time, and maybe you want to slow down on damage and just do A1s until it finally lands. Or if you're using Armiger, you want to wait until you really feel like he can take that final 10%. There you go. I hope this helps. It's actually not that. It's one of the easier ones. And next we'll get to the dragon. I'll probably do him right now today because he really is really the easiest one. And I have a couple other videos I'm trying to knock out this same evening. I don't know how many I'll be able to edit and publish. But again, guys, I appreciate all the support that I have gotten. You guys, it's an amazing community. I mean, I'm seeing it firsthand. You guys are super positive. I love it. I feed off that. Leave comments. Let me know what you I mean, people give me ideas. I love it. The community, all the big brains out there. If there's something you know that might help everybody, let's share it. That's what this channel is about. I'm an average player trying to help all the other players out there, from the whales to the minnows, everybody out there. So sub if you like it, like if you like it. I'll take anything I can get. Until next time, enjoy the grind.